So, you've mastered Resident Evil 2's hardcore difficulty in the main campaign, but now that completionist itch is getting to you, it's time to take a crack at the second run. Well, you're in luck. I'm Teak, and I'm going to show you the best way, or at least a way, to get that S+ rank with minimal stress. We aren't going for speed records here. The point of this run is to minimize dangerous situations and maximize your health and ammo while still reaching the end credits in just under 2 hours. So let's get to it. First things first, this guide is going to assume that you've already successfully gotten an S+ rank in the main campaign. If you haven't, you can check out my other video guides for that. In either case, you should already know the safe combinations, locker combinations, and various other puzzle answers, so don't expect those here. The second run starts right at the police station, so let's kick things off by picking up the red herb and blue herb before going for the cutting tool and triggering the cutscene. Once Claire is done flirting, turn around and run back to Brad's little hideaway. Take a second to stop and try to blow out the leg of the fat zombie by the stairs, then cut the chain and go inside. Pay attention here because inventory is going to get real tight for this first part of the game. Loot the room with the grenade, the special handgun, ammo, and the courtyard key. Then we're going to deposit your regular handgun, the red herb, blue herb, and cutting tool. Step outside, squeeze past the fat zombie, and use your grenade to get through the rest of the zombies on your way. Once you're on the right side of the fence, discard the courtyard key and pick up the bullets and wooden board, then go upstairs. Run past the flaming zombies and get the wooden board and weapons locker key from the art room, then get ready to fight. These two don't like to go down easy, and you don't have a lot of ammo, so do your best and power on through. Don't forget to pick up the green herb on the way out. Head back down to the east hallway and start looting the area. There's a first aid spray in the bathroom, bullets in the conference room, and another board and more bullets in the supply closet. Put down the zombie if he gets in your way, but don't put any bullets into him that you don't need to. Grab the knife and shotgun shells on your way to the save room, then deposit everything but your handgun, whatever ammo you have left, your boards, and the weapons locker keycard. Then loot the room except for the blue herb. Deposit the magnum ammo and the high-grade gunpowder, then pull out the cutting tool. Do not forget to pull out the cutting tool. Head back out and run all the way to the east hallway shutter to use the fuse and open it up. Then go back and, cutting tool in hand, open up the bullpen. Inside, there's a flash grenade directly to your left. Pick it up along with the bullets next to the sleeping zombie and try to avoid the cop walking around. Grab the valve handle and the high-grade gunpowder from the office, unblock the west door, and get out of there. Avoiding the zombies in the main hall, run through to the west hallway, picking up the bullets along the way. Leave the green herb for now. In the west hallway, be sure to walk as there's a licker hanging around on the ceiling, just as there was in the original game. As long as you walk and keep your distance, it won't attack you, so carefully stroll on through, boarding up the windows as you go. Grab the bullets in the operations room, then use the bolt cutters on the door. Discard the bolt cutters and pick up the detonator, the green herb, and the flashbang, then unlock the door to the next hallway. Shoot the vending machine zombie until he falls down, then turn around and pick up the bullets at the end of the hallway. Make sure the vending machine zombie is dead, then take care of his sleeping friend on the floor. Make sure you kill them both all the way dead. You don't want them popping up again later. Duck into the office and grab the bullets out of the locker and use them to kill the sleeper, then open up the safe to get the item pouch. Once your inventory is expanded, pop over across the hallway to get the bullets out of the 109 locker and use that keycard to get your much-needed shotgun. In this scenario, the zombie outside the window won't wait for you. Put him down and board the window up. Be careful though, because the zombies on the second floor are also up and around and have a tendency to hurl themselves down at you. Eliminate them all. Pick up the green herb and duck into the save room. Inside, grab the ink ribbons out of the locker, combine the red herb with one of your greens, and deposit them in the box along with your gadget, flash grenades, high-grade gunpowder, and extra herb. With the first floor properly looted, it's time to go upstairs. If you're low on handgun ammo, use the shotgun to dispatch any zombie that gets in your way. Pick up the handgun bullets in the corner, the red herb by the coffee machine, then go into the locker room and use the valve handle. Grab the shotgun shells out of the locker and the bejeweled box, then continue on upstairs to the third floor. Up there you'll find some handgun bullets on the table, ammo in the DCM locker, and finally the spade key. The key's being guarded by a zombie, but that's not a big deal now that you have a shotgun. Continue on through to the west storage area, pick up the handgun bullets on the shelf, and put a few of them into the hanging zombie. You won't have a better opportunity. Once in the library, kill all 3 of the zombies in the room, and go ahead and give that shotgun a try for those easy headshots. Now move the bookshelves to save yourself some hassle later. Move the far right shelf once to the left and the other two once to the right. This will get you a few more handgun bullets in the process. Now it's time to loot the room. Grab the knife on the floor, then pick up the red book on your way out of the library and into the main hall. Run to the end of the hallway to get some more bullets, then make your way around, dispatching this unpleasant lady between you and the waiting room. Pick up the green herb in there, then use the spade key to unlock the door. Head for the art room and go through the lengthy sequence of examining and combining items until you have the STARS USB drive. Like in the original game, a liquor will fall from the ceiling. Fortunately, gravity will be suspended so long as you are looking at the pretty box. Once you have your USB drive, run out of there before the liquor can attack. Go back out to the main hall, unlock the west office door, and discard the spade key. This also may be a good time to put Marvin out of his misery and pick up that green herb and first aid spray we passed earlier. Then head for the dark room item box. Item space is going to get really tight again, so deposit everything except the STARS USB and then bring out your gadget and one green herb. Run back up through the locker rooms and into the STARS hallway, picking up the shotgun shells along the way. Before you go into the STARS office, run ahead a little bit to trigger Mr. X, then run back for the office. This will give Mr. X plenty of time to get himself lost while you're taking care of business. Once inside the STARS office, loot the room. Combine the red herb with your green herb, pick up the high-grade gunpowder, first aid spray, flashbang, shotgun shells, and the battery for the detonator. Then use the STARS USB to unlock the Magnum, grabbing the extra handgun bullets along the way. When you leave the STARS office, run around to the other end of the hall and unlock the door. Pick up the unicorn medallion on your way into the library, and then head upstairs to the west storage room. Set the detonator and back out of the room to keep the bookshelf from falling when the explosion goes off. Depending on where Mr. X is, you should have plenty of time to get the Maiden medallion. If you're lucky, you won't really have to deal with Mr. X at all during this part. However, if he does decide to cut you off in the west storage room, run back down through the library, head for the STARS hallway, and circle around from the other side. Pick up the Maiden medallion and run back out of the library to the main hall. Snag the Lion medallion to complete your set and head downstairs to open up the secret passage. And that's all there is to it. It's time to get ready for your first boss fight. Loot the secret office and deposit everything but your handgun and any bullets you might have. Then bring out 2 knives and 2 full heals. Prioritize first aid sprays, but red-green mixes will work too. Once down the elevator, go to the bottom of the stairs to grab a grenade. It's okay to use it in a pinch, but you should try to save it. Now go to the machinery room for your first encounter with William Birkin. He is not happy with you. Don't worry though, even on hardcore, he's kind of a chump. As soon as the fight starts, just run up to him and start slashing. Don't let up, even if he's thrashing around. Eventually he'll move to grab you, and you might want to let him, especially if your knife is near its breaking point. Breaking a knife means going through a dangerously long animation, but if you use it as a defensive weapon, you'll automatically equip a fresh one. On a good encounter, you'll kill him with your second knife, otherwise if he does grab you a second time, he should be close enough to dead that a couple handgun shots to the eye will finish him off. In either case, once you're done, it's time to loot the room and get out of there. Make your way to the next item box and deposit everything except your handgun ammo, and a red-green mix. Climb the ladder up to the parking garage and meet the mysterious Ada Wong. Follow Ada into the holding cells, pick up the handgun ammo, and go say hello to Ben.
Hello, human.
Once you're finished with Ben, pick up the crank and make your way over to the other side of the basement. Take a little detour to the shooting range to pick up the shotgun shells, then run over to the kennels, grabbing the blue herb along the way. Combine it with your red-green to make your first super herb mix. You should do this at every opportunity. Inside the kennels, grab the high-grade gunpowder, and don't ignore the penned-up dogs. I know I said to in the other video, but I was wrong. They aren't just a distraction. The top shelf dog will attack you in the power room, the bottom left dog will spawn in the kennels, and the bottom right dog will spawn in the hallway. Take them out now and you'll have fewer fangs on your tail later. Now run over to the morgue and open up the 2 slabs to get a red herb and a flashbang. Don't worry about the diamond key, we're not going to use it. Go to the end of the hall and use the crank to get into the power room. On your left there will be a green herb to mix with your red. Pick up the first of 2 electronic part boxes and go turn the power on. Once the power is on, it's time to run. Make a mad dash for the exit and hope the dogs decide to behave themselves. Run your ass past the dogs all the way to the safety of the east hallway. Once inside, pick up that blue herb and make another RGB mix, then deposit your inventory except for your handgun, ammo, tool, and a grenade. In the hall, use the grenade to soften up the 3 zombies hanging out near Elliot, then finish them off with your handgun. Take the fire escape back to the 2nd floor and use the crank to open the shutter. It's safe to discard now. Run up the stairs and loot everything. There's a wooden board, flashbang, bullets, shotgun shells, the large gear, and a blue herb waiting for you. Feel free to ignore the 2 zombies. Then we're going to take a quick detour downstairs, board up the zombie in the window, and run to the end of the interrogation room hallway to pick up the high-grade gunpowder out of the locker. Once you're done, run outside and get another blue herb, then fall down the ladder. We're at the point of no return now. On the roof, grab the handgun bullets and the red herb from inside, then go down the fire escape and switch the water. 2 zombies will burst out of the boiler room, so run to the opposite end of the alley and use what's left of your handgun ammo to finish them off, picking up the 2 green herbs while you're over there. Now go inside the boiler room and deposit your inventory. Bring out your handgun, the shotgun, 2 flashbangs, the large cog, the electronic part, a high-grade gunpowder, and an ink ribbon because it's time for your first hard-earned save. If you're doing well, you should be at about the 40-minute mark, but strap in because things are gonna get rough from here. Pick up the club key and go back up to the rooftop to put out the flaming helicopter, and you know what's coming next. X is here to give it to you, so don't let him. Run back outside, lure him into the open, and get just close enough to make him take a swing before hightailing it away. We're going to sprint all the way to the west hallway for your 2nd trip through. The good news is there are still no zombies. The bad news is now there are 2 lickers hanging around. Quietly walk to the records room and pick up the grenade and jack. Unfortunately, one of the lickers is probably going to be hanging around outside the door, and there's really no good way to get around him. Do your best to avoid attracting his attention and make your way to the operations room. Cross through the operations room and head for Marvin's office. Once you make your escape, run out and up the stairs to the library, use the jack and move the shelves. Then cross your makeshift bridge and go out to the 3rd floor of the main hall. There will be a zombie hiding behind the pillar waiting to sneak attack you. Let him know how you feel about that with a shotgun blast to the face, then go inside the clock tower. Use the large gear to bring the ladder down and do not forget to pick it up again when you're done. Before going up the stairs, run around to the back of the building and get the large gunpowder. Combine it with the high-grade gunpowder we picked up near the interrogation room to make some shotgun shells. We'll be doing this with all of the large gunpowder we find. Go back and finish the clock tower puzzle to secure your 2nd electronic part. We're just about out of the police station now. All that's left is one last run. Exit the clock tower, grab the green herb outside, and head back for the library. Use the broken floor for a fast drop down, then run all the way back to the holding cells. There will be a pack of dogs in the parking garage, but just keep running and you should be fine. Maybe serpentine a little bit. Once you're through, make your way back to Ben's cell and use the electronic parts to get inside. Pick up the first aid spray in the toilet and the parking garage keycard, then get ready to run again. Use the switch to open up the non-zombie filled side of the jail cells. Mr. X will be there waiting to intercept you, but that's what the flashbangs are for. Use one to stun Mr. X and another to stun the zombies at the intersection, and congratulations, you have successfully gotten through the hardest part of the hardcore run. Head back to the parking garage to meet up with Ada and leave the police station once and for all, picking up the green herb on your way out. From here, things are pretty straightforward for a while. Break into Kendo's gun shop and grab the grenade, shotgun upgrade, and bullets if you need to reload your gun. Then take Ada down into the sewers. There isn't anything different here than a normal playthrough. Run from the alligator, blow up the alligator, pick up the grenade, chase Annette, get shot, and start Ada's sequence. As Ada, the hardest part is getting through the zombie-infested area. One bite will put you in danger, so the faster you get through, the better. Blow the leg out of the fat zombie, turn the power onto the lift, and get back as quickly as possible. Then it's just a matter of escaping Mr. X and having a long chat with Annette. It's all pretty straightforward. Back as Leon, it's time to initiate our 2nd save. Wake up, head for the item box, and deposit everything except the handgun, the shotgun, a red-green, and an ink ribbon. Save the game, and you should be just over an hour at this point. Now we're off to the sewer control room. The first enemies we're going to encounter are 3 zombies. Use the shotgun to deal horrific violence against them and keep moving until you're back in the muck. Pick up the high-grade gunpowder and then get ready for your first encounter with a G-type. Don't worry though, you don't actually have to fight it. From a close to medium distance, use the pistol to wake him up and then just run past him. In the control room, reload your shotgun with the shotgun shells and get the magnum rounds out of the SCF locker, then drop down and exit the room as soon as the cutscene ends. Lower the bridge in the next room, then pick up the tool, the red and blue herbs, and open up the safe to get the shotgun upgrade. Now go down the stairs and commit even more horrific violence against the trio of zombies waiting down there. Use the tool on the door to the left, but don't go through it yet. Instead, head back, pick up the green herb, and open the sewer gate. Be sure to pick up the grenade that somebody left in the garbage while it opens. Going for the rook plug first, a G-type will pop out at you as you're wading through the muck, but you can just run past and ignore it. Pick up the blue herb and use the tool on the door to the workroom, reload your shotgun with the shells in there, and take the lift up. Kill the sleeping zombie, grab the rook plug, and head back. The G-type may still be waiting for you, but you can use your handgun to encourage it to submerge. As soon as it starts the dive animation, jump down and run on through all the way back to the item box. Deposit the grenade and tool in your box and swap out the shotgun for your magnum, then put the rook and night plugs in their proper place and head back out to the sewer. It's time to run the poop maze. Grab the green herb near the chestburster and climb up onto Poop Island. There will be a sleeping zombie there, shoot him in the face with the magnum and dive on in. If you're lucky, you can draw out the first G-type and bait him into taking a swing, then run past. If you're really lucky, you'll be able to avoid the second one too. You probably won't be lucky though. That's what the RGB mix is for. Force your way through and sneak over to the left to pick up the magnum rounds. Now you have two G-types to push through again. You'll probably get grabbed, but that RGB mix gives you poison immunity and a defense boost, so you'll be fine. Near the end of the poop maze, there'll be another zombie blocking your way. Quickly shoot him in the face, then go on inside. The king and queen plugs are in the next room, along with a red herb and a blue herb to go with your green. Use your magnum to kill the two sleeping zombies, grab the flamethrower, finish the plug puzzle, and get out. If you're lucky, the G-types won't bother you on the way back. The only one you must deal with is right at the end, but that one's easy enough to avoid. Just hop up out of his way and immediately hop back down to run past him. Back in the control room, finish setting the chess pieces and get ready for your next boss fight. If you're confident in your abilities, you can go in with what you've got, otherwise take some extra magnum ammo and health with you. Pick up the RGB mix on the way to the power switch and start the battle. Stand next to the garden hose and use the magnum to encourage Birkin to stop screwing around in the ceiling. He'll open the door eventually, giving you the opportunity to light him on fire. Shoot him with the magnum and burn him with the flamethrower until he's damaged enough to hit with the crane. Just be sure not to use much more than 200 units of fuel. You'll need to hit him with the shipping container twice to finish him. The trick is to hold off on dealing a lot of damage until it's in place. Just dodge and try to lure him to the far side of the platform. As soon as he roars to go prone, run for that button. If you're fast enough and he's far enough, the shipping container will hit him. You'll have to go through this twice, and you can always use a flash grenade to stun him if you need a few more seconds. Once he's done for good, head back and save Ada. It's time to move on to the lab. In the lab, we'll be making our third and final save. Deposit everything but the flamethrower, the shotgun, one high-grade gunpowder, and the wristband. Pick up some extra shotgun shells from the security room and then head for the cafeteria. The zombies will wake up as soon as you enter, so dash to the right and pick up the grenade, then go for the flamethrower fuel on the counter before running for the ladder. Reload the flamethrower on your way to the kitchen and drop down. In the kitchen, pick up the knife and the large gunpowder. Make sure the knife and the shotgun are equipped before you open the door. There's an armored zombie on the other side, and you'll want that knife handy if he grabs you before you can blow his head off. Once the armored zombie is down, go into the nap room and pick up the shotgun shells, flamethrower upgrade, and level 2 chip, then head back to extend the first bridge. As the bridge extends, pick up the power modulator and make your way over to the east wing. The next thing we need to deal with are IVs, and we're gonna take our time with them. Bring out the flamethrower and light them up until they fall over, then use quick bursts of fire to keep them burning until they finally go up in flames. Try to make them fall near each other so you can hit them both with one shot. Once the IVs go up in smoke, grab that high-grade gunpowder and move on to the control room. Leave the flashbang for now, unlock the doors, and grab the herbicide capsule, then go into the greenhouse and take out 3 more IVs. Don't worry about the herbs on the ground yet, we'll get them later. Also, if you haven't used the knife yet, go ahead and drop it. You'll need the space. Head for the drug testing lab to get your plant poison, and don't forget the grenade and large gunpowder in that room either. Now head down the ladder, go to the end of the hall, and get another large gunpowder. There are even more shotgun shells in the lounge. Pick them up and use them on the 3 sleeping zombies. One shot should be good for each of them. Use the power modulator to turn on the lights, then head for the server room. Use the high-grade gunpowder to make more shotgun shells, reload your flamethrower, deposit the flamethrower and grenades in your box, pick up the knife, and head back out. Back in the lounge, grab the green herb, then run past the liquors into the cold room. Once you've chilled your plant poison, run out and over to the stairwell. You can ignore the first two zombies and use your shotgun to get past the ivy. Grab the high-grade gunpowder in the supply closet, kill the zombie in your way, and unlock the door to the save room. Run back around to the control room and disperse the plant poison. Pick up the flashbang, the red herb, the blue herb, and the level 3 chip, then run out of there as fast as you can. Do not stop for anything. We're in the home stretch now. Make your way over to the west wing, pick up the grenade from the dead guard, and turn the power back on. Go ahead and box the power modulator and your flashbang here. Loot everything on your way to the next box and get set up for the next boss fight. We'll be taking the shotgun, 2 stacks of shotgun shells, the flamethrower, 2 herb mixes, and a knife. Between this and what you'll find on the battleground floor, you should have plenty to deal with G3. Use the shotgun on his eyes, knife his belly when he's prone, and douse him with a steady stream of fire during his second phase. Once you're done, grab the grenades around the room and the extra magnum ammo and let the self-destruct begin. You should still have plenty of health at this point, so just ignore all the items on the way to the final boss. Run past the ivies, using your shotgun if necessary, and head for the last box. It's time for the final boss. Bring out your magnum and combine high-grade gunpowder until you have a stack of magnum bullets. Then grab as many grenades as you can carry, a stack of flashbangs, and 2 RGB mixes. Mr. X's final form is mostly a game of keep away. Avoid his attacks, take pot shots with the magnum, and throw grenades to interrupt him. If you time it right, you can basically stun lock him, and before you know it, a rocket launcher will fall from the sky and, well, if you've gotten this far, I'm sure you can figure out the rest. Catch your train, watch the cutscene, and get ready for one last encounter with what's left of William Birkin. Just wait for him to show off that big baby blue of his and unload onto him. 2 clips worth of magnum ammo should be more than sufficient to finish him off. Otherwise, feel free to pull the shotgun out of your box if you're worried about having enough ammo. And that's pretty much it. If you haven't dilly-dallied, you should end Birkin once and for all and escape to freedom well under the 2-hour mark to secure that S+ rank. A couple of things to keep in mind though. Practice makes perfect, particularly when it comes to boss battles. If you can, make a separate save file before the battle so you can practice it until you have it down. This applies for any other tricky area of the game as well. Before going for the S+, it's not a bad idea to break up the hardcore game into smaller segments so you can practice your trouble areas. Hardcore mode leaves little room for error and greatly punishes mistakes. The trick is to avoid unnecessary risk whenever possible. Eliminating zombies one at a time when the opportunity presents itself makes the game much easier to manage. The most important thing to do is to take care of small problems early so they don't become big problems later. And that's everything I have to offer. I hope this guide makes hardcore mode less intimidating, so give it a try. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and check out its counterpart for Claire's Game. And if you want to watch me in action, you can always follow me on Twitch at TeekTheGamer. That's it for me, so happy running and have a great day!